Ding, 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 show on the go. We getting it going. You see, we putting the guns down, we picking the gloves up, and we spreading the love. It's young, fearless Aaron Smith, the rapping professor, WURD's own show on the go. We are at Broad and Olney today. We got the good people from SCORE, sports creating opportunities for recreation and education, reinforcing education right now. That's what we're doing, and we're teaching the people. You know what I mean? We got some special guests coming up. You don't want to miss who's coming by, but we got the people, we got the city. The city is always our special guest because the show is on the go. WURDradio.com. Log on. Let us know where to take the show on the go. It's yours truly, doing what I do. Watch this. Keep the cameras moving. I'm kind of fast. Rob Murray and the good brothers from Regular Fellows and everybody else that's coming by. You don't want to miss it. Show on the go. I want to get something. Okay, this one. Young Fearless, the rapping professor, Aaron Smith, show on the go, Broad and Olney. We are here with the one and only Rob Murray of SCORE. We're talking about putting the guns down, picking the gloves up. Back in the day, we did it with our hands. Want the young people to understand the importance of discipline and how boxing can contribute to nonviolence in our community. Talk to the people about what this is all about.
Thank you for having me, first of all. 91, 92, my father, Rob Murray Sr., who is a legendary boxing promoter, trainer, manager in the city of Philadelphia, had an idea of starting an initiative where young people would be able to engage and connect in the boxing community without the city and state support. He said all these great trainers that came through our gyms did it from the strength of love, compassion, and just dedication to want to be a part of these young people's lives. And he knew boxing gyms and the young and the men that helped them were safe havens in their communities. So he started an initiative called Put Down the Guns, Put on the Gloves. We travel around neighborhoods and we engage young people in the conversation of putting down the guns, putting on the gloves. And we got a lot of young men coming into the gyms. Now we have young men and women coming into the gyms. And it always was a safe haven. It always was a place where young people could connect, engage, meet trainers, learn discipline, learn focus. And if they ever want to take their boxing career to another level, do it. But I wanted to do it from a point of engagement where we came out and met young people where they were. Because too often I see these organizations and these agencies saying, we got this going on in 2 weeks, come through and we'll send an invite or whatever. And oftentimes these kids don't get it, they miss it. So we want to come and meet them where they are and give them an opportunity and show them what we do with the Put Down the Guns, Put on the Glove initiative.
That's a powerful concept because oftentimes, like you said, people want the people to come to them. But this whole concept of taking it right to the streets, we're here at Broad and Olney right now, and I think that this is really revolutionary. To not wait for somebody to come out their house and be able to engage with an organization like this, with a movement like this, I think this is really powerful. Can you talk a little bit about just what boxing did for you in your life, growing up in terms of that discipline and ways that it strengthened you?
Sure. Well, just to the point of engagement, I got a quick, great story. People know that Muhammad Ali, my father, or they may not know that Muhammad Ali and my father are very close friends at one point. And when Muhammad Ali came back in town in 1983 after living in South Jersey for a few years, he visited us and stayed with us at our house. We were taking him to go visit my Nana on 29th and Diamond. Wow. As we were making a right-hand turn, there was two young kids fighting in the middle of the street. Ali, no social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, none of that stuff existed. He tells my father to pull the car over. And my dad just pulls it over and Ali jumps out the car and breaks up the fight at the kids in the middle of the street. And a parent looks outside and it's like couldn't believe who was breaking up the fight. So he breaks up the fight, grabs the two young kids, tells them, go this way, and he has a moment with them. I go down the street to my Nana's. A half an hour later, I see 150, 200 people outside screaming and yelling for Ali to come outside. Word got around. It was just that feeling of like engagement that never left my mind. And I said, man, if Ali can come out here and do that, why can't we go and connect with young people where they are? So boxing did a lot of things for me. Showed me commitment, dedication, focus. I was able to spend some time in legendary boxing gyms and watch just great trainers like Bowie Fisher, my father, Al Fennell, Quinzel McCall, great trainers but great men, great leaders. And they always held young men responsible. When you came into their gyms, you had to put your hat on the right way. You had to pull your pants up. You had to speak to everyone in that gym. And they gave a lot of life lessons that I think resonated, stayed with me to this day. And my brother over here from Regular Fellows, his father was my first trainer. And he was a legendary trainer. My father and his father were great friends, and now we're reconnecting, trying to give back to the community.
And one thing that I also think is really powerful, oftentimes people come with a lot of anger. You know, a lot of bent up rage. You know, sometimes people never saw their father, or they've been in a system and they've been maligned, they've been abused, you know. So a lot of times people will tell them, just behave. Like, they won't really give them an outlet to let that out. That's why I think this is so important, because oftentimes you got to give them, you know, something where they can at least deal with that. You can't just say, get dressed up and sit down, be quiet. And if you've been dealing with years of abuse or neglect or just a lot of pain in your life, sometimes you might need to fight your way through that. And I think this is a beautiful opportunity for people to be equally as aggressive, but do it in a positive way. Like, talk about channeling that anger in a positive way.
Well, you ever hit the punching bag? You ever did a boxing workout and how you feel afterwards?
Oh, yeah.
You know, to your point, you channel all this aggression, all this pent-up frustration and aggression, but at the end of the day, you feel so much relief. And that's what the sport does. Yeah, so, you know, a lot of these young men, to your point, come in angry. They come in, you know, with a lot of things that go on in their lives, in the streets, and dealing with not knowing their fathers, or, you know, dealing with drug situations in their home. Men and women, they come in very frustrated. And so they don't know how to release that anger. And when they release that anger, they release it in emotional ways that often end up in conflicts like gun violence. You know, after every fight that you see in a gym, it ends with a handshake or a hug. You know what I mean? And that's the part of being able to channel that aggression, but having that mutual respect for an opponent, somebody that may be going some of the similar things that you are going through, and knowing that you're trying to do your thing, do that work to them, but at the end of the day, it's about respect and love. So we want to be able to give young people that opportunity to understand, you know, what this sport does. We're not trying to turn every boxer pro. We want to give young people an opportunity to come in and engage and connect and meet and network with young people like themselves and other adult mentors, and give them some skill sets that they can take and translate to another level. So, you know, to your point, you know, the anger and frustration is something that resonates with these people, and this is what the gym does. We help alleviate that.
Rob Murray, score. You see what we doing? We putting the guns down. We picking the gloves up. Gonna talk to the good people from Regular Fellows. Then we gonna give some people a chance to show what they got. We're here on Broad and Omni, show on the go. Rapping Professor Aaron Smith, WURD. You see what we doing. You see what it is. Keep the camera moving, because I'm kind of fast. WURD show on the go. It's the Rapping Professor Aaron Smith, Broad and Omni. We are in the city, good in the hood as we do. And right now, I know it's a boxing situation, but we got some names to remind you of basketball. MJ, AI, Regular Fellows Foundation. You need to know this organization. Talk to the people about the great work that you all are doing.
Yeah, how you doing? We Regular Fellows Foundation. We pouring out in the community with outreach. We're doing financial literacy, we're doing report card achievement events, back to school events, and we also pour out to the homeless because the community needs us. Our theme is people help people.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of things we like to work on is youth empowerment, getting the community together, bringing our youth together, and this opportunity here is perfect for us. Violence is a major issue in our community, and right now we need to step up and get involved in that.
And talk to us about some of the things, particularly around violence, since we're doing this put the guns down, pick the gloves up situation with SCORE. What are some of the things that Regular Fellows do to stem the tide of violence in our city?
Sure, well, one thing that will stop violence is love. So what Regular Fellows does is we make sure we're grassroots in the community. So we make sure that we're available to these kids to show them that they can be loved. And once they understand love and that someone is there to listen to them, which we're there with 4 or 5 events during the year, we have programs all throughout the year. As again, we have a report card event, so we're recognizing academic achievement. But we also teach them that they can talk things out first and also go to the ring and learn the game of boxing, which I'm a fan of, which my dad is a Hall of Fame boxing trainer, George James, which I learned from. So, you know, I've been in this game a long time, and it's time to, that's why we join forces together to give back to this community.
And in terms of the social media and the websites, let people know where they can get in contact with Regular Fellows and find out more about your events and things like that.
Simply go to at Regular Fellows Foundation on Instagram, follow us, like us, and see everything that we're doing and come out and be a part of our movement.
Regular Fellows Foundation. Today we're at Broad and Omni, the Rapping Professor Aaron Smith, WURD show on the go. Shouts out to Rob Murray, everybody from SCORE. We putting the guns down, we picking the gloves up. Keep the camera moving, because I'm kind of fast. Show on the go, WURD, the Rapping Professor Aaron Smith. Check out the studio. Check out the studio. Check out the ambiance, you know? The city is the backdrop. This is how we doing it. What other show you know comes out the studio and be on the go. Now you know. I'm Aaron Smith, the rapping professor. Who does it better? Show on the go. In a couple minutes, we're going to find out who got them hands out here. You know what I mean? North Philly, West Philly, South Philly, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Show on the go. Young Fearless, the rapping professor. Getting my referee on right now. Trying not to get knocked out on Broad and Olney. Show on the go. Put the guns down. Pick the gloves up. See who got them hands out here. We gotta stop the violence, increase the discipline. Less shooters, more punches. Aaron Smith, the rapping professor, show on the go, WURD's own, the rapping professor. We are here. Rob Murray score. We're putting the guns down. We're picking the gloves up. Look at the young champion in the making, Jamal, with brother Rob Murray. Yeah. See? Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Get him out of here. He got a little dance move to it, right? Appreciate you. But we're going to focus on the discipline and the confidence. You see little Jamal's eyes lighting up when he was throwing that jab. You know, like he had a little hip into it, like a little dance move for a minute. He was rocking. He had a little rhythm going with it. That's what we want them to have, you know, some confidence, some encouragement from the community, and let them know that they could do it. Something's in their way, an obstacle's in your way, you get it out of here. If you see the pads say racism and guns. See, we knocking out the racism, knocking out the violence. It's a method to this, you know, it's a message in the movement. Shouts out to SCORE Regular Fellows Foundation. Yo, okay, yeah, okay. Last little bit, get it out there. Come on, You got it, 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! All right. Young boy went a good round. Okay. How do you feel?
Good.
What section of the city you from?
North Philly.
And what school you go to?
Still.
Straight A's.
For real? Straight A's? No, that's what's up.
Oh, I'm Tanae.
What school?
I'm from GHS. I'm watching a WURD show on the go.
And now show us your hands and do what you gotta do. Step in the ring. Yeah, okay. Nene representing Girls High.
Come on. 1, 2, 3.
We putting down the guns, picking up the gloves. Sister Nene right here. Girls High representative. Oh, okay. Oh, that's all it took. It's the rapping professor, Broad and Olney. We out here, right? Show on the go. WURD's own. And this is what it is. You see the artwork. We putting the guns down. We picking the gloves up. Now you would say, who made that, right? So some new age black Picasso about to change the whole game, right? The one and only Oschino out here doing what we do. Talking to the people, building with the people, an artist in many regards, on many levels. All right? Welcome to the program, good brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
Talk to us about what you've been up to lately, because one thing people know about you, you've been a hustler before the music and all that. You always gonna be getting to a dollar, doing things in the community. Talk to us about what you're doing recently.
Well, what I'm doing now, I'm doing painting. I got an art show tomorrow, you know what I mean? But really it's all about the kids. I got 6 sons myself, so you know what I mean? That's what mean the most to me. That's my top priority, is kids, man. No money involved in that when it comes to them. Everybody else got paid though.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
Now, I heard, Offset, he focused on his album, talking about your father 4, and it's becoming more in vogue. It's cool now, like a lot of the old heads didn't really do what some of the, new old heads is doing. The new OGs is like, no, I'm a dad. Like, that's what's up. So talk about what helped you to make that change, because you didn't come up in a regular, perfect family. So what made you, have that understanding and break that cycle like that?
It's kind of simple. If you grow up without having a father, you grow up like feeling pain and hurt and being hungry, you don't want your kids to feel like that. I mean, it should be like a natural thing. That's how I think it's a natural thing. Some of my kids grown, so I've been doing this for a long time.
How old is your oldest?
22.
Oh, that is a long time. Wow. I thought you were going to say like 17. that boy grown man. Yeah. Now, in terms of, so you grow up in one system, but then you have a lot of engagement, in the system as we know it traditionally, like incarceration system. Could talk to us a little bit about what needs to change in the system? Because you take accountability, but there's also some things in the system that ain't really right with the ways that So talk
I mean,
about
it's
that.
basically about if you got money, I mean, you can get out. You can have a legal defense. If you don't got money, you sit. Like, cause if you got a bill that's $500, $600, you can't pay it. You could sit for 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're not guilty of nothing yet, and they clog the system up for people that really need to be there. I mean, so it's like. It's not, but it's made for black people to be there so they can make money off of us. They know it. I mean, that's basically bottom line what it is. I mean, so it's like they got to stop that. We got to stop that though, because they're not gonna stop it. We got to stop it ourselves.
That's real. Yeah, because they making money. Ain't nobody gonna stop their own money, right?
It's 27 state prisons in Pennsylvania.
Say that again.
27 state prisons in Pennsylvania. About 55,000 state inmates.
Wow.
I mean, just in Pennsylvania. That's not including all the county jails and all that. I mean, that's too many people in jail, and most of them black.
And we paying for it, which is crazy. Now, in terms of reaching the young boys, there's a lot of people who don't be out. Like, I'm gonna say this, a lot of people. First time I saw you, I was working with Michael Sean on a night show. And you was rapping about something about hopping out the Porsche and all this, you know, y'all was at the station, right? But you were the only people I saw in the studio that I would really see. Like, Ethan Callow Hill, you was hopping out with the fur coat on. I remember the Jones was drawing one night, and you went right back at him. I was like, boy, keeping it 100 all the time.
I don't know no other way. I mean, plus, you can't help your people if you're scared of them.
That's real.
You can't be hiding from them. How you gonna help them be scared of them? So, I mean, I don't even think like that. I just look at them as my brothers. We can argue, we can whatever, I mean.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a point up for debate right now with what happened to Nipsey. A lot of people trying to use that as an excuse. Oh, you can't go in the community, you can't help, because look what happens. Talk about that.
Meant to happen to you, gonna happen to you anyway. That was something deeper than meet the eye to me. I mean, 'cause I don't see nobody throwing their life away like that just over hate. You could have just waited for him to leave and shoot him down the street something, you mean? So I don't know, man. But
seemed like more to it.
But really what he did was make Nipsey more powerful.
Real talk.
Made him a martyr. I mean,
real talk. Now, in terms of the young people, are you able to reach them because of the way that you are in the community? Like, they listen different?
Sometimes, I mean, but sometimes some kids got to learn the hard way, you know that.
Kids,
but if you reach one, I mean, that one you reach might be the one that changed your world. So,
that's real.
I mean, you can't change everybody. If you reach one, man, that's better than none.
I remember Pac saying that. He said, I might not change the world, but I'll spark the brain that's going to change the world. There's two rappers all the time that I think about when I think about people who could really make something happen like that in the street. I know that back with Joey Jihad and Reed and everything, I remember Gilly would do that, bring people together. You know what I'm saying? You another person who I could see, you know, that you've been rocking with people before they got put on. You know.
Almost everybody that's in Philly that's on, I was rocking with them before they got on.
Yeah.
As you should do. If you're the person that's on and you got a platform for them to do something and it don't cost you nothing, why wouldn't you do it? But everybody don't think like that. But you know, I try to be better than everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. And that's you can hear me right, Mike. That's a different model that you operate on. Because a lot of times people say, I got mine, you know. And the good thing about social media is when you were doing this, a lot of that stuff was starting.
Yeah.
So now, when like a lot of times you be talking, I see people in the comments, and they be like, all you gotta do is check the video.
Yeah, they don't be knowing. You know what I'm
this
saying?
video, all the stuff he's saying, you can just go look at other people before they got put on and look at the mixtapes and all that and see what it is.
The thing is this, I wasn't just like putting them on, I was giving people money. I was taking people out of town, like, I mean, and stuff like that because I'm supposed to. I mean, I think I'm supposed to. If you're an older person, especially if you're doing the same field, I mean, it's like a girl doing hair and she see a young girl that do hair. She's supposed to grip her up and show her the ropes. I mean, so they could do it to somebody else. I mean, but a lot of times we so messed up in the hood that we think negative sometimes because people do. I mean, you gotta be safe.
Yeah.
I mean, so I understand it, but I think we just gotta get one person. It's gonna be one person that's gonna change everything. I'm telling you.
A lot of people say a part of why Philly artists aren't as successful is because we keep it so real.
No, it's not that. It's just there's not too many opportunities here. You gotta remember, if LA, New York, they got the studios, there's no record label here. Who you gonna sign to?
That's real.
But if you a hustler, you don't need a record label. You gonna sell it to the people here. If you got a million people here, you can sell it to 10,000 of them for $5-10. That's more than you gonna make it a job in a year.
That's real.
But you gotta be a hustler. You can't see people make too much time making excuses. I mean, you could just get some socks and knock on people's doors and sell socks. Be a sock man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a way to make money.
And go get your money.
But they be having pride and they be lazy. I mean, so they see something. There's no excuses to me. I don't care what's going on. There's no excuses.
And what's up with this whole idea? Like you said, now you can do it yourself. Why are so many young people still talking about even getting deals?
Because they mind frame. Because they know the deal. They get that. Well, you used to get advance money. I don't even think you get advance money no more with a deal. But you don't need it. They got Instagram. They got Facebook. They can talk to thousands of people.
All that, right?
You can talk to everybody in your school at one time.
Yeah.
But I mean, my area, we didn't even have phones.
Yeah, y'all had to go to New York and light it up on Hot 97.
And to text somebody, you had to have a two-way, and they had to have a two-way.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like we had to really go there. So like they got it easier, but they don't realize it.
Yeah, the two-way couldn't call nobody on the phone. Like, shout out to two-way pages for those that know. If they ain't have a two-way, that's the whole point. It had to be two ways, you know what I'm saying? It couldn't just be no one-way conversation. Just a text, right?
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the art, how long have you done the art?
I did art all my life. I just started painting though about a year and a half ago.
Now, for you personally, it might not have been a concern, but a lot of people have those kind of talents, but they don't feel like that's cool. So they'll go ahead and be something they not, when deep down, they poets, they artists. So talk to them about like just being
You know,
yourself.
it's crazy you said poets, because that's what I got tomorrow. It's poetry and it's art.
Okay.
Make it cool. Because everybody can't play basketball, everybody can't rap. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real.
So I'm just doing something different and showing them how they can get money off of it. You know what I mean? Because you can make jingles with commercials, you can do, but they don't think like that because somebody told them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you trying to do something different.
Yeah, nothing cooler than getting your money.
Plus I'm letting the artists show their stuff. I don't want nothing. If they sell something that's all theirs, it don't cost nothing to come be in it. You know what I mean? It's just all.
Now, where's this at? Give us the details.
What's that? It's on my link in my bio. I don't know the address off by heart. I mean, but I printed the whole place out. It's a nice big place by Armingo Avenue.
And where can they find you on social media?
Oschino Vasquez 1. Y'all know where to find me at. Yeah, they know.
Oschino Vasquez 1. Make sure you follow the brother. This is the thing too. A lot of times people will look at you different depending on how other people look at you in terms of these deals and stuff. Like you not as nice because somebody else not standing with you no more. Like I see that's an issue like in our city. Real talk, like I be talking to people going back and forth. Like you can't act like the boy's not nice.
I mean, the way I feel like I'm better than everybody.
Talk that talk.
I mean, that's just me. I mean, you're supposed to feel like that
As
as a
you
rapper.
should.
I mean, but I really feel like that for real, and I think I am. But if you good, you'll push through. You'll never stop.
That's real.
You'll never. It'll be 50 still going.
Yeah.
See, some people tried and they quit. They give up. A person like me got drive. I never give up. Period. You know what I mean? So I love it. It's a challenge. I love it. You know what I mean?
When they try to count
when you
you
love
out,
it, it's
think
not
you're
work.
nice.
When you love it, it's not work. So you know what I mean? So
That's real.
Easy.
That's where them appetizers come from. Shouts out to the young bulls who might just need a final word of encouragement or just
You know, I'm gonna tell them something simple. I love you, man. Even if I don't know you, I love you, man, because nobody might not have told you that in a while. I love you, man. I mean,
that's real.
I've been where you've been at. Trust me. Peace.
Oschino, shouts out. He said he been where you been at. I know a lot of people say, like you said, a lot of people say, I seen this when I was in jail. I heard y'all when I was in jail. So anybody behind the wall or just dealing with a case. Because sometimes being on papers knowing you got a date, well, you know better than most.
Yeah, I know a lot about it.
you can be in the middle of a club, everybody shaking your hand, but you like, yo, in 2 weeks.
As soon as I walked over, I said, yo, I know him. I know. I see you on TV rapping. I said, oh, I remember him, the professor.
Where was you at?
Dallas State Prison.
Dallas State. So, shouts out to Dallas State Prison. Shouts out to the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, but if you speak in a certain way, a certain energy, it's going to resonate. As long as you're being true to yourself, don't give up on your drive. And this is living proof right here. And it only takes one person, and at least if that one person uses this as the model. But I remember we was at Sneaker Villa, and the boy Young Hot was battling, and you was at that joint out west.
And after the battle, he became my young boy. And I put him on all my stuff. He's super hot now, too. Shout out to Young Hot. Super hot. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Like,
I remember it was a long time
I'm saying,
ago.
but it's like
That's
little
when I first
stories
met
like
him.
that. Yeah, little stories like that. The people don't even peep like that.
52nd Street.
Yeah, people be in the mix, and then when somebody blow, they gonna put it on somebody else. Talking about, you know, Oschino don't know what he talking about. You be like, yo.
Funny.
It's the rapping Professor Aaron Smith. We right here, Broad and Omni, the Word Show on the go, WURD's own. We out here in the community, for real, like touching the people. So we're talking about putting, that's Philly right there. When you hear that, you know where you at. Broad Street, rush hour, right? ATVs and all that, bike life, holla at your boy. But what we're talking about is putting the guns down and picking the gloves up. So we're talking to the young people, not just talking at them, but really engaging them about decision making and consequences and really just trying to do things in a way that could help them achieve their goals. So it's important to find the fight in you, but it's even more important to fight the good fight. So make sure you don't let your haters fool you, let your haters fuel you. And fight the good fight and put the guns down, pick the gloves up. It's the one and only rapping Professor Aaron Smith, Broad and Omni. It's the show on the go.